Is certainly a controversial issue. It's a little confusing. It's a little upsetting. Of course, I'm a patriotic guy, and I've heard all these different kinds of opinions and attitudes about it. And
San Francisco 49ers quarterback Colin Kaepernick again refused to stand for the playing of the national anthem.
You know, the media painted this as I'm anti-American, anti-men and women of the military, and that's not the case at all. You know, I realize that men and women of the military go out and sacrifice their lives and put themselves in harm's way for my freedom of speech and my freedoms in this country and my freedom to take a seat or take a knee.
Burn it, man. Light it up. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
I think that's Colin's way of making an impact, and it's not my thing. I mean, it's not what I would do.
I'm not going to be the person to condemn them, but I don't think I would do that. Not if I was paid for a team, and that just wouldn't be what I would have done.
I don't desecrate my flag and my national anthem. I'm not going to do anything against the flag and the national anthem.
It's disappointing because I don't really know there's a right and a wrong way to protest. There's a right way and a wrong way to handle black unarmed men and women in America.
I grew up actually a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, while the rest of my brothers were Dallas Cowboys fans. So I've been embedded in that rivalry forever. And as a young teen, I switched over to the New York Giants in the 80s. I think it was 88, in fact, I became a Giants fan, and I've been one of their most avid supporters ever since. My own company, we started in 2004. We had a bar, so obviously that plays into sports, and one of the biggest features or attributes of our bar was the fact that we were such mega sports fans. So the crowd fed into that, we fed into that, and it was just a wonderful experience. We've matured a little bit now that we have a restaurant, but we still love sports. If you walk in here, you'll still find sports on most of all the TVs at all the times, from baseball, basketball, and definitely football. Well, I think it's a very unfortunate situation because you have a player who risked his entire livelihood to make a statement that Black lives matter, that black men are being killed and being persecuted in this country that we love so much. And the fact that the justice system has very little regard for their lives and what's happening to them, and for someone to speak out and then be ostracized and be blackballed and be, demonized for saying, hey, hold on, this got to stop. This man didn't commit a crime. He didn't kill anyone. He didn't kill any dogs. He didn't commit any crimes, any felonies, any misdemeanors, and he's being demonized.
We're overdue. It's like a lot of things that happen in America somehow because of, the way we work and operate in our regular, our day-to-day focus and priorities. A lot of this stuff has a tendency to kind of hit and miss, and so it never sticks. And now it seems like it's stuck, and now you really have to deal with it. Because normally with America, we kind of do this real deflection thing. That little matrix like, whatever. You can't deflect this now. You have not just football players doing it, but you have players from different leagues doing it. You have people doing it around the world in different sports. You have white players doing it now. You have everybody all-inclusive on this. It's not just us in the streets.
From the business perspective, I feel that I'm kind of in a no-win situation. There'll be people that come here specifically looking for sports, and there'll be people coming here looking for me to actualize my political views. I don't know. That's why I said I really wish that it gets resolved, because I can't feed both.
I'm mixed on the boycott. The reason I'm gonna tell you I'm mixed on the boycott, I'm happy that this is happening, because like I said, it's overdue. I'm mixed on a boycott because if you take a look, a lot of the people who are employed by the NFL, outside of the upper offices, are people of color. When you break it down, who's gonna take that hit first in the stadium? It's not gonna be Jerry Jones who takes that hit. he's sitting on $1 billion. He's going to absorb that. All of the owners are going to be able to absorb it. But that the little black kids or brown kids who are sitting there at the refreshment stands and cleaning and doing all that stuff, those are the people you're not thinking about, because we're not even talking about the players with the multi-million-dollar contracts. I'm talking about all the other people who get immediately affected by a boycott.
We quite haven't really sacrificed anything, but we've made a threat that we would. And a lot of times, sometimes the threat alone is good enough. And we have to be willing to back up the threat. One, we have to make a threat and then be willing to back it up. What has been happening as a people, we're not even making any threats. You know, before we even get to the threat level, it's dissipated. The emotion has dissipated. You know, we're not willing to fight.
Colin Kaep is under attack. What do we do? Colin Kaep is under attack. What do we do? No justice. No justice. No racist. Police.
I'm about to become a college football fan only, watch a little high school football, but if Kaepernick can't get a job and I see that Jay Cutler can, that tells me that, you know, something is wrong with the system and they're trying to stop his ability to have free speech.
Listen, there's some bars, I heard of 2 bars in Chicago that outly went out there and said, hey, listen, we're not going to do it. And I applaud them. And I wish I could, you know, they obviously are making a calculation, and they're calculating that, you know what, their fans and their supporters will stick with them whether it's football or not. I don't know that. I don't know if I have that kind of support.
We're all big football people here. Like literally, you know, every Sunday, that was the regular thing. And while we won't deny it to another customer, we're not going out of our way. There's no football pools. There's no, like, we're not pushing it like we might normally have before. That Monday Night Football thing.
Right now, Tom Coughlin has that decision to make. Right now, Tom Coughlin, the team president for the Jaguars, he's been in New York. He's a New York guy. He was in New York for how many years? He ran these Giants. I think he's a conservative. I think he's a stickler. I think if he sat down with Colin and actually understood what Colin was talking about and gave Colin an opportunity, I think he would sign him, because Tom Coughlin is a reasonable person. But I think what happens is you don't give these people a platform to even express themselves. You don't even make a call. You just make the assumption that that's not a guy we want.
I said when I got there, she laying on a cooling board. You know I walked up close, looked down in her face. It's a good old girl, got the nail of judgment day. I said I walked up close, I said I looked down in her face.